This play today, they simply can't afford to lose. Trey Turner.
Hey bro, I'm pretty hungry, man. You wanna get something to eat or what?
Yeah bro, actually I'm starving too, but before we bounce, let me go change real quick.
I bet.
What is this?
A forgotten toy comes to light. You have no recollection of it. You carry in your head a few faded images of objects once familiar to you during your earliest years, but not this one. This toy disappeared from your memory. But you recognize it the moment it appears. Without hesitating, you remember every aspect of it. You know this toy. It is yours. You rediscover the same paintwork, each scratch, a tiny crack. You know it by heart as something obvious, a given, and suddenly, you're transported.
Man, what's taking this guy so long? David! I'm hungry, bro. This guy, man.
Stop. Have mercy.
David, what in tarnation? I'm dying of starvation.
It's all about taking steps cautiously, being sure that we're making progress, not letting our foot off the gas on the social distancing and the shelter in place until we know that we have progress. Look, but we're still losing a lot of people. We're still seeing a lot of people going into the hospital, folks fighting for their lives. Even when you see some improvement, it does not mean we're out of the woods.
My name is Nick Nino. Oh, and that's me. I'm a bit camera shy, so here's my senior photo. Obviously, 2020 has not had the greatest start to any year, especially with COVID-19 currently ruining the possibility for any public gatherings to occur. It's very much a hiccup in everyone's routine. People have to start finding new ways to keep themselves busy and entertained, but I can personally say that nothing in my life has really changed. I still kind of do the same things day to day for the most part. Video games are definitely where most of my entertainment comes from. I don't particularly have a favorite game, I just tend to play a lot of different games. I tend to enjoy playing survival type games. Call of Duty has its form of zombies and just regular survival. Minecraft is another game that I enjoy a lot. Another source of my entertainment is YouTube. It is essentially my form of TV. I like to think of YouTube like this. So with a TV, you have different channels, whereas with YouTube, the different YouTubers I watch are the different channels. YouTube isn't just that. It's where I get my music from. And I'll listen to anything as long as it's not country. Since COVID-19 is running rampant, it's obviously not the best idea to go out, even if you're young. In my case especially, since my parents are up there in age. My dad is in his 70s, my mom is starting to approach hers. But the backyard is always an option for my family. We can always just go sit outside by the pool or by the yard, spend some time with our dogs. Another hobby of mine is photography. I've been taking pictures for about 3 years, but I've only had a Canon camera for about a year. Since then, I've been able to take photos that I haven't been able to since I had to use my phone. And because I have a better camera, I've been able to photograph the one thing that I've always wanted to, which are birds. It's somewhat difficult to photograph them because they do fly away if you move or if you get too close. But there's just something about them I really enjoy photographing. I've known how to play piano for about 9 years, but I'd say that I've only been playing it for about half of that. Although I really enjoy playing piano, I did burn myself out. About a year and a half ago, my dad bought me a music book to a video game called Undertale. I enjoy all the songs in the book, but I found myself connecting the most to the last song. I would say that it just brings back a lot of memories.
People ask how isolation's going. Oh, are you done? Beep, 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 beep. I work a lot on computers, and I have my soldering equipment right here. One of the projects I was working on was a Game Boy, where I was putting it together. I was actually theming it off of a ghost house from Super Mario. I have all the buttons put in, back buttons and everything as well. I spend a lot of the break playing video games. I have a gaming computer, and I typically play online competitive games, but I also play single player games. One of the things I'm glad that we got done was since the kids are so stuck at home from school, we cleaned up the entire backyard and got it ready. I work in a care home setting, so I'm considered essential, so I still have to take care of all my clients. So that means I have to cook for them. I have to make sure that they're dressed, taking care of all of that. Currently we have a bus that we're converting into a tiny house. It's actually in Terabella as of right now. It's a 1971 GM fishbowl. We just recently figured out it was from Canada, built in Canada. It's a 40-foot bus. So inside it's about 290 square feet from the driver dash all the way to the very back. We've gotten a majority of the work on the inside completely demolished. Right now we're working on the electrical and trying to figure out what's connected to the engine and how to hook up batteries to be able to power everything on the inside. I want to have this thing completely off the grid when needed with solar panels and everything as well. But yeah, that's what we've been doing with our isolation time.
Good morning. This is my quarantine life so far. It's been about 3 weeks, and what I've been doing to keep myself busy, hanging out with my little cousin, Giovanni, him. I'll show you what we do. This is the first game me and him play. It's called Throw the Orange. Yeah, he can't catch. Here's the second thing we do. We're gonna go feed the roosters. Now, I sleep on this hammock. During this historic event, it's important that we pray. Go. Yeah. It's also important that we recycle and we keep the earth clean.
isolation due to the coronavirus. I like to cook. Play with my dogs. Take them on lots of walks. Drink lots of coffee. I like to play video games, watch Netflix. And read. Lots of reading.
Since being quarantined, there's not really much we can do. I still go to work, but whenever I'm not at work, I usually clean my room, do laundry, clean the house, clean my cat's litter boxes, everything. And then I'll make something to eat for lunch. Sometimes I just like getting ready for no reason. Even though if I'm not going out anywhere, I'll shower, I'll do my hair and makeup, I'll watch some YouTube videos, watch Netflix, or I'll bake something. And that's it.
During a stay-at-home order, I will stay busy throughout the day by waking up and making some coffee. Make sure I turn the switch on and off, double check that it's off, and I will come up to my room and play video games at my computer. I play a lot of different games. Right now I'm playing Tomb Raider, but of course that always changes. I use a keyboard and mouse because I play on PC. And I'll do this for maybe 12 hours a day to stay busy. I'll use Instagram in between, do online shopping, and of course I will sleep as much as I can. And that is how I stay busy during a stay-at-home order.
Hi, my name is Matthew De Leon, and I'm going to be going over 5 different things that I'm doing while I'm under lockdown due to the COVID-19 or coronavirus. Okay, so the first thing that I do mainly while I'm under lockdown is sleep. You know, I'm sure a lot of other people are doing it, but that is one thing that I am doing. Maybe a little bit too much. Maybe it's not exactly completely healthy, but I do enjoy getting plenty of sleep, especially during this lockdown. The second thing that I've mostly been doing while I'm under lockdown is cleaning. Of course, it's always good to, you know, keep a good hygiene, you know, a good clean environment that you are living in. But it's especially crucial now that we are in, you know, a pandemic, you know, now that we are actually going through something very serious. So cleaning is a very, very vital part of my routine during this lockdown. So the third thing that I like doing while I'm under lockdown is taking pictures. I already enjoy taking pictures even without being in the lockdown, but you know, being in the lockdown, it kind of restricts what you can do, what resources you have. It does force you to get outside of your comfort zone and expand your creativity. So the fourth thing that I love doing while on the lockdown is playing with my dog. His name is Biggie. I've had him for almost about 3 years. Playing with my dog is a great way to pass time. He's also kind of, you know, a little anxiety helper for me because I do deal with anxiety, so he is very a good comfort friend, if you will say. And so the last thing that I like doing while I'm on this lockdown is editing my pictures. Something I do while I'm editing my pictures is listen to music. I find that personally it helps me have a better workflow. I already enjoy listening to music a lot, but it just helps me kind of pass the time, and it makes editing a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah. So those were 5 different things that I've been doing over the lockdown. Hasn't changed my life a whole lot because I already am a very big homebody, as I do have to take care of my great grandma as well as, you know, take care of my own responsibilities. But it's definitely a very big change, and we are all adapting to it. So, thank you for watching.
Since all the schools in the area got shut down, we now have to resort to homeschooling.
2 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What's the answer?
7.
Then after doing that, we like to go outside and play for a little bit. And this is my ugly ass cat Ginger. Then for breakfast, I like to cut up some broccoli and carrots to give to my pet rabbit. Rabbits don't like it when you touch their tails, but I still do it anyways because I think it's funny. Since everything was shut down, my mom couldn't celebrate her 49th birthday, so I decided to decorate the kitchen as a little surprise party for her. Then I usually just start doing some homework.
Dance party.
During quarantine, when I was isolated at home, majority of the time I just spent my time doing art and making it. It could be drawing, painting, or I really like collecting sneakers. Collecting sneakers is really a big hobby for me. I really enjoy either just cleaning them, having them, looking at them. I like cleaning them. I don't know why. I'm weird, but I love doing that. I don't know. I just love it. Just having all my sneakers around me. I practiced painting during quarantine because I do paint a little, but I don't really practice much. So I spent my time practicing painting, drawing figures like human faces and stuff. I really wanted to practice on it, so that's what I did during my quarantine too. Another thing, I try to work on video editing as much as possible because I really want to get into videography. Videography was one of the things I really enjoyed too, as much as photography. And this is my first time making a video.
I had forgotten to talk about how I practice my photography, but here are some clips on how I did practice it. So right here, I'm just showing you the location that I was shooting at, and that's me and my girlfriend. And the next clip is of me showing her some poses. Cross your legs like this. Sit down. Put this leg under you, and then this one leg under, like that. So right here, it's just sped up, but it's me doing little touch-ups on the photo that I had taken. And so basically, it was already edited. I already did everything that I had to do. I was just doing little minor touch-ups, which was like, you know, taking off pimples, little marks I didn't like. Oh, I cropped it as well because it was like a little bit uncentered. And so yeah, and after this is the photo that I came out with.
What's up guys, it's Nate, and what I've been doing during this quarantine is going to the park with my dogs. And playing some Fortnite. Friday the 13th. And doing some homework. And getting down on this vlog.
Hey everyone, this is Giovanni, and looks like the one thing people were hoping would happen more or less just happened. It's a pretty sad thing, and lots of people are stuck at home. And so what's the person to do when they're stuck at home? Luckily, there's lots of things to do. For example, what I like to do when I'm stuck at home, I like to read webtoons, play video games, maybe even learn a new language. For example, right now I'm learning Korean. It's pretty fun, but pretty hard. Another thing I like to do is watch anime and do some digital art on my computer. One thing I'm working on right now for an art would be two characters from my one of my favorite anime series called Steins Gate. It's a pretty interesting series. Overall, it's about this character who goes time traveling to correct a mistake he did, and it's pretty interesting because it keeps you on your toes and you know what happens next. And the series doesn't exactly go in chronological order because it's about time travel, so things are messed up. And that's more or less what I like to do when I'm isolated at home.
Today it seems life goes on beyond the expectation of society. One might think maybe this will blow over. As if it did, this endemic became a pandemic. Fear for our lives, we hold ourselves in to try and thrive in such conditions. It is barely a rendition to life's theatrical play. I pray to myself every day to make sure I'm okay. Staying home is where they said I should be. Every day is just the same thing over and over again. Play some games, stare at the screen, eating food like it's our ration. Protection or not, staying home should be. I always gaze off and my vision is phased. Drawing means to draw, whether it feels like I'm improving. I'll prove to the world that I'm made of something. Then, suddenly, life says, into the fray. And then I said, okay.
Good morning. Wait a minute. Good morning. There's not even school. I'm gonna go back to bed. Thank you, quarantine, for extra hours of sleep. You know, just here brushing my teeth and washing away the coronavirus. And here I go trying to pretend to be James Charles. live footage of me receiving a text message from my friend.
Ryan!
While I'm bored, I like to read a book. Psych, just kidding, I like to play video games.
Guys, run! Run!
I'm Addy. I'm Addy. I need health.
This was not smart!
I got you back.
It wasn't a good idea, but I did it
back.
anyway. Oh my god,
Oh,
there's so many
geez.
zombies.
I like to take my dogs on a hike. And that's my everyday quarantine life for you.